Welcome to Trump Wire, your trusted source for breaking headlines, global insights, and sharp analysis from around the world. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. In a world where most Western nations are wary of China, keeping their distance and tightening restrictions, a new chapter is quietly unfolding in Europe. Spain is taking a bold, unexpected turn, deepening its economic and diplomatic ties with Beijing, even as its closest allies look on with skepticism. While the US and much of Europe grow cautious, Spain is betting on China as a partner for growth, jobs, and a greener future. Spanish officials see opportunity where others see risk, hoping to transform their economy through collaboration in technology, infrastructure, and renewable energy. This move is raising eyebrows in Brussels and Washington, prompting a key question. Why is Spain diverging from the Western consensus at such a critical moment? The answer is a mix of economic necessity and a vision for Spain's future in a rapidly changing world. With sluggish growth and high unemployment, Spain is searching for new engines of prosperity and global relevance. Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez believes that clinging to old alliances isn't enough. He sees China as a vital partner, not just a rival. For Sanchez, this is about forging a new path, one that balances tradition with innovation and opens doors to the world's fastest-growing markets. Spain's pivot is a pragmatic response to global instability, especially as US-led trade wars threaten European prosperity. By diversifying its partnerships, Spain hopes to shield itself from economic shocks and supply chain disruptions. By building stronger ties with China, Spain is creating an economic buffer and new avenues for investment. Chinese capital is already flowing into Spanish infrastructure, technology, and manufacturing, bringing jobs and expertise. This isn't just about trade deals, it's a fundamental rethinking of Spain's place in the global order. The country is positioning itself as a bridge between East and West, hoping to benefit from both worlds. As Chinese money flows into Spanish industries, Spain is becoming a test case for a new kind of Europe-China relationship. One based on cooperation, mutual benefit, and shared ambition for the future. The world is watching to see if Spain's gamble becomes a model for others, or a cautionary tale, an experiment that could redefine Europe's relationship with China for years to come. The EU has long tried to present a united front on China, aiming to balance economic interests with security concerns. However, Spain's recent actions are exposing deep divisions within the bloc, highlighting the challenges of maintaining a cohesive strategy. While Germany and France voice concerns about China's ambitions and its potential to disrupt European markets, Spain is rolling out the red carpet for Chinese investment, seeing it as a vital opportunity for economic growth. The US has warned Europe to be wary of China, even calling Spain's approach self-destructive and potentially harmful to the EU's unity. Spain's dismissal of these warnings signals a willingness to chart its own course, even at the risk of straining alliances with both the EU and the US. Italy's failed experiment with China's Belt and Road Initiative has made other European nations cautious about engaging too closely with Beijing, but Spain believes its targeted approach, focusing on green tech and electric vehicles, will yield better results and drive sustainable growth. This has split Europe, with some countries prioritizing security and alignment with the US, while others, like Spain and Hungary, welcome Chinese capital as a means to boost their economies and foster growth. The result is a visibly divided EU, weakening its global influence and giving China more room to maneuver and expand its reach. Spain is at the forefront, testing the limits of European unity and challenging the traditional alliances within the bloc. This division could reshape how Europe deals with rising powers, potentially altering the geopolitical landscape. Spain's independent path is both a challenge and an opportunity for the EU, forcing it to reconsider its strategies and alliances. The stakes for European cohesion have never been higher, as the continent navigates an increasingly complex global environment. Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez's vision for Spain's economic future is ambitious and forward-thinking. He is driving Spain's pivot to China, aiming to strengthen economic ties and open new avenues for trade and investment. As a center-left leader, Sanchez is committed to climate action, social equality, and a multilateral world order. His policies reflect a deep commitment to these values. He sees Chinese investment as a practical way to achieve these goals, not a betrayal of Western values. Instead, it's a strategic move to diversify Spain's economic partnerships. Spain's recent economic growth, fueled by foreign investment, sets the stage for this strategy. The influx of capital has revitalized various sectors, creating a more dynamic economy. Sanchez believes Chinese capital can create jobs, especially in struggling industrial regions. This could be a game changer for areas hit hard by economic downturns. The partnership is also key to Spain's ambitious green transition, with China leading in renewable tech and EV batteries. This collaboration could accelerate Spain's shift to renewable energy. Attracting firms like Envision and Catal gives Spain access to cutting-edge technology and investment. This technological edge is crucial for staying competitive in the global market. This Sanchez doctrine is pragmatic. Diversify partnerships to protect Spain's interests amid global uncertainty. It's a calculated approach to ensure long-term stability. The government frames this as a smart, necessary move for prosperity. They believe it will lead to sustained economic growth and improved living standards. Spain is positioning itself as an architect of its own economic destiny, not just a follower of EU policy. This independent stance is designed to give Spain more control over its future. It's a bold vision with high stakes, but one that could redefine Spain's role on the global stage. The benefits of Spain's China partnership are now tangible. In 2024, Chinese companies invested over €4 billion in Spain, making it the EU's top destination for Chinese capital. The electric vehicle sector is booming, with Catal and Stellantis building a €4.1 billion battery gigafactory. Sherry's new plant near Barcelona is reviving local industry and creating jobs. Chinese investment extends to green tech, with Envision building a major green hydrogen plant and China Three Gorges acquiring a top solar farm. Unlike past takeovers, these are new job-creating projects that align with Spain's green ambitions. This wave of investment is transforming Spain's economy and accelerating its renewable transition. For Spanish workers and engineers, it means new opportunities and a stake in Europe's green future. Spain's China partnership is also a tool for global influence. With deep ties to Latin America, Spain aims to be a bridge between East and West, leveraging China's economic reach in the region. Spain's proximity to Africa makes stability there a national interest, and China is already the continent's top investor. By working with China, Spain hopes to shape development and security in both regions. This strategy could elevate Spain's diplomatic stature, making it a more pivotal global actor. It's a bold play to amplify Spain's voice in international forums and redefine its role in a multipolar world. The challenge balancing EU and US alliances while building this new axis with China. Spain is betting that the rewards outweigh the risks. Spain's embrace of China has triggered concern and criticism from its traditional allies. The US warns that Spain is opening the door to Chinese influence in Europe, risking over-reliance on Chinese tech and supply chains. Public rebukes from Washington have put Madrid in a tough spot, forcing it to defend its sovereignty while maintaining key alliances. Within the EU, some fear Spain's deals could weaken the bloc's bargaining power and undermine long-term strategic goals. Critics point to China's history of flooding markets with cheap goods, warning that Spanish industries could suffer in the long run. The debate is about more than geopolitics, it's about the future of Europe's economy and security. Spain's determination is clear, but so are the risks. The benefits of Chinese investment come with real risks for Spain. Politically, Spain risks isolation from its Western allies, which could impact cooperation on security and trade. China's state-driven economy means investment decisions can shift with Beijing's priorities, making the partnership unpredictable. Overdependence on Chinese capital in key sectors could stifle local innovation and create vulnerabilities. There's no guarantee that promised investments will fully materialize. Italy's Belt and Road experience is a cautionary tale. EU regulators are tightening scrutiny on foreign investments, and major Chinese projects in Spain could face investigations or restrictions. Spain must balance attracting investment with complying with evolving EU rules. The path forward is a delicate balancing act. Success depends on managing both economic opportunity and political risk. Chinese investment in Spain's EV sector has been headline news, promising jobs and a green future. But a recent 79% plunge in new Chinese EV projects across Europe signals the boom may be peaking. Cancelled battery projects in Germany, Belgium and Sweden raise doubts about long-term sustainability. EU regulations are tightening, making Chinese firms more cautious. For Spain, the challenge is to ensure current projects succeed and keep attracting investment as the initial wave subsides. Over-reliance on a few big projects could leave Spain vulnerable if market or regulatory conditions change. The EV-powered future is promising, but it's fraught with uncertainty. Spanish policymakers must navigate these pitfalls carefully. Spain's pivot to China is a high-stakes experiment that could redefine its future, and Europe's. If successful, Spain could become a model for how middle powers thrive in a multipolar world, balancing growth, green transition, and global influence. But if the gamble fails, if investments dry up or political tensions escalate, Spain risks isolation and economic setbacks. The outcome will shape not just Spain's destiny, but also Europe's approach to China. A successful partnership could fragment EU unity, while failure would strengthen calls for a tougher stance on Beijing. Spain's journey is at the heart of a critical question: how should the West engage with a rising China? The world is watching as Spain challenges the established order. Its choices will help write the next chapter in Europe-China relations.